This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and hit that thumbs up if you like the video. And now here's the news for Monday, March 17th of 2025. Alright, we begin at the Magic Kingdom. A new track has now been installed on the second lift hill at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. So they are chugging along on this refurb. Of course, as you know, Big Thunder Mountain closed last year, or closed earlier this year for refurbishment, and is not expected to reopen until sometime of next year. So we don't know if the Villain Land is tied into this or not, but at least Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is getting some TLC. All right. Story number 2 is Lightning Lane Premier Pass has now sold out for all 4 of Walt Disney World theme parks as of today. And with this being spring break, I would assume the rest of the week. Look, you guys know how I feel about this Premier Pass system. I think it's garbage. It's a waste of money. But then again, I have to remove myself from this conversation because I'm not a tourist. I am not a tourist who comes, once a lifetime and spends, thousands of my hard-earned money at any of the Disney theme parks. So, you or I are watching, if you're watching this video, chances are, I assume that you're a Walt Disney World Annual Pass holder or Disneyland Annual Pass holder. So you're probably in the same boat as I am. Okay, you're in the same boat as I am, where we don't need to buy the Lightning Lane. Okay, because we go to the parks all the time. We can spend the day at any of the theme parks, and we don't need to give Disney any extra money for it, for these fast passes. The fast passes were good when they were free, okay? When it was free, which really seems like a lifetime ago, but when the fast passes were free, it was a good way to save time. Now that you have to pay, it's really not, for us annual pass holders, we don't need it. We probably just use the free fast passes because they were free, and it didn't cost us anything extra. So that's probably why most of us used the free fast passes, because we didn't have to pay extra for it. But now that you have to pay for fast passes, a lot of us locals are now not using fast passes. Now we're using, the standby lines, because we don't need to give Disney extra money to have a better day, so to speak, so we can skip the lines and hurry to see everything, because we live here. We just don't need to do that. So, a lot of this story causes a lot of discourse, and it's like, look, and I've been over this already, okay? This fast pass system was not built for us. It just wasn't, okay? It was not built for us regular park goers, okay? It was built for the out-of-town people and the tourists that only come once in a lifetime. They're never coming back. So this this is a way for them to do everything and see everything that they want to do. Okay? Now, again, I'll tell you, I don't think that Disney should be charging, 2 arms and 2 legs for, these fast passes. I think it's outrageous, but, that's, but people from other countries or other states are going to pay this. They are, because, they're pressured. They're only here for, a week or whatever. So they feel like they have to see everything. Because, again, they only come once, and that's it. They will never come back, which is really sad. Really, really sad. But that's the reality of the situation here at Walt Disney World, okay? All right. It's tough to be a bug, so I don't have to tell you. It's tough to be a bug has now permanently closed at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And now the sign for the show is gone. It is gone. So I would assume there's going to be a, probably when it gets closer to the new show debuting, Zootopia Better Zoogether. I think that, then they'll bring back the sign for it, as well as Fast Pass and Standby and such. But, I'm glad that I did get to experience it one last time. I did put a video up on my channel. So you can, I actually have 2 videos of the experience, so you can watch it twice. But I did want to film it for my last day. Again, I wanted to be there for the last day. Unfortunately, I couldn't because Disney decided to block me out. So, but at least I did get to say my last goodbyes to It's Tough to Be a Bug. All right. Lights have been added to the roof structure at Woody's Lunchbox in Disney's Hollywood Studios. So, I really think that Disney is, kind of learned from their mistakes, and they learned that they goofed. They learned that they goofed with Toy Story Land. I think they've realized now that, they should have spent the money in the first place to, add more covered seating. Again, this was under the Bob Chapek regime. So, of course, Bob being, a numbers guy was like, no, we're not doing that. That's going to cost way too much money. The guests can just suffer, which I think is really, really sad. Really, really sad. Okay? You know that Walt Disney World is one of the top tourist destinations in the world. Okay? So you know that millions and millions and millions and millions of people visit your theme parks every year. Okay? And for you to say, this is Florida. This is one of the hottest states in the United States. Okay? And for you to say, no, we're not building extra shade structures because that's going to cost too much money. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Okay? I couldn't even imagine, being a CEO for the Walt Disney Company, especially for the parks area, and saying we're not building extra shade structures. It's like, we're in Florida. Okay, we're in Florida. Okay? Right now it's not so bad. But come June, July, August, it's going to get really, really hot. Really, really hot. Really fast. So, again, I am glad that they are taking the initiatives to do this. I just wish that they would have done this, years before. I just wish that they would have done this a lot sooner, because you would have saved yourself the trouble. But, whatever. I mean, but I am glad that they are now finally addressing this. All right, the Grand Fiesta Tour, starring the Three Caballeros, has now reopened at Epcot. Unfortunately, it's been breaking down. I know that when they refurbished this ride, they updated the lighting and they updated they refreshed the scenes, kind of gave it a new coat of paint and everything. When you take a ride offline, especially for that long, and it really wasn't closed for that long, but when you close a ride and you refurbish it, or when you or in the case of Splash Mountain, you close the ride and then you reskin it to a brand new ride, and then you reopen it, things are going to break down. Things are going to break down. That's just inevitable, okay? So, the Grand Fiesta Tour has been suffering quite a bit, but hopefully they'll get all the kinks worked out, all the bugs worked out, and I'm looking forward to going back and seeing my friends, the Three Caballeros. So when I go back to Epcot, I will film the ride, and I'll take note of any of the changes that happened. But I'm glad that at least Disney is attempting to care about these theme parks again, because you need to take care of these rides. You really need to take care of these rides. Okay, Walt Disney World used to be, rides used to go down for refurbishment all the time. They did. Okay, they used to go down all the time for refurbishment, so they would keep things looking, fresh, and keep everything up to date. And then I don't know what happened. I don't even know if it was even COVID, but it just seems like they've kind of gone downhill now. If I had to take an educated guess, I would assume that their thinking is that Disney World is one of the top tourist destinations in the world. We cannot have any ride go offline for any long period of time, unless we absolutely have to, because people get irate, they get upset, which, look, people can get over it. Okay, you have to keep these rides looking, you have to keep them under maintenance. You have to keep them refreshed, looking good. It's otherwise the rides are not going to run good. And let me tell you something, Grand Fiesta Tour is included in that argument, okay? Because toward the end, before it went down for refurbishment, it was going down a lot. Okay? So, like I said, hopefully they've worked out the bugs and everything. So hopefully, in the next couple days or a couple weeks, the ride will get back to running smoothly. But yeah, just whenever any Disney ride goes down for refurbishment, it's really just to make sure everything's running smoothly. Because they obviously don't want anyone getting hurt or damaged or hurt or killed by whatever. Okay, so but I am glad. I'm hoping that this is a recurring thing now, because these rides need a lot of work. I've gone off on a rant about It's a Small World. I really hope that that's the one that they work on, because It's a Small World needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of work, okay? There's a lot of animatronics that aren't working. The lighting is bad. You go into some of these scenes and they're so dark. And this ride is supposed to be cheerful and upbeat and, teaching us about, how we're all one people. And this ride, the animatronics are broken or the lighting is so dim you can't even tell what's happening, So I really hope that, Disney looks to It's a Small World next, because It's a Small World really needs a lot of work, okay? As do all the rides, okay? But It's a Small World in particular needs a lot of work. But my point is, I'm glad that the Grand Fiesta Tour is finally back up and running. All right, our next story is the Thumper Popcorn Bucket will soon be available at Walt Disney World. So, obviously, I can't show you because I haven't bought the popcorn bucket yet, but it's really cute. It's really adorable. It's it's a figure of Thumper, holding a an Easter egg. It's very cute, very adorable. I really love, when I really love these popcorn buckets. That when they make them right, I really love these popcorn buckets. They're very cute, very adorable. So I'm hoping. Again, hoping that I'll, can get my hands on this popcorn bucket. So when I do go back to the parks, I'm gonna go pick mine up. But it'll soon be available. Starting March 25th. March 25th is when you can pick up your Thumper popcorn bucket at any of the Walt Disney World popcorn locations. All right, our next story is pavement has been torn up now at Test Track. So as you are aware, Test Track has been undergoing a refurbishment. It's supposed to open sometime in the summer, so we are coming up. I would probably assume, hopefully sometime in May. I don't know. We got a couple things coming up this summer. We got the new Little Mermaid show at Hollywood Studios, which was supposed to have already been opened, but anyway, that's coming. We've got the new Disney Villain show, also at Hollywood Studios, coming this summer. We've got Test Track coming. We've got a couple things coming this summer. So I don't know when they're going to open it. I have no idea. Only Disney knows that. So hopefully, we're crossing our fingers that, May or June is when they're going to open. We don't know. Test Track has said that late summer. So, again, July, August, we have no idea, okay? We have no idea. But I'm interested to see this new version of Test Track. I'm interested to see what they do with this version of Test Track. All right, and then our last story is the Country Bears get refreshed and rebrushed fur at the Magic Kingdom. So I think this is great. Again, taking care of these animatronics is a big thing. It's a big, tall task to take care of these animatronics. So I am glad, and the show hasn't even been open that long. I think we're coming up. On a year. When did it open? I can't even remember. Was it May or June of last year? But anyway, but my point is, I am glad that they are taking care of these animatronics. They need to take care of all these animatronics, but I am glad that the Country Bears are getting a lot of love and attention, because after all, they deserve it. They really, really deserve a lot of love and attention, because, again, I'm going to say it, thanks to the to the hard work of Tom Corliss and everybody at WDW News Today, they saved the Country Bears. They saved the bears from going extinct because Bob Chapek was going to rip out the Country Bears and put in a Toy Story marionette show. And everybody, including myself, but I didn't vlog back then, but everybody just had a fit. Everybody had a fit. And they were going to rip out Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room and replace it with Moana. Okay? So, but again, thanks to the hard work of Tom Corliss and the folks at WDW News Today, they saved the bears, they saved the Country Bears, and they saved Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. So I'm really, really happy and grateful that they did that, because they deserved to be saved and not thrown away like some cheap garbage. But there you are. There's your 10 stories. I do want to try something new. So I want to do I'm going to start doing a show now that's based on certain Disney topics. So my first show is going to be on Friday, March 21st. I don't know what time yet, but I do want to talk about just certain attractions that or shows that have been here, that have gone, that have been updated, or that they've changed throughout the years. So again, I'm not sure where I'm going to even start with this, but that's something that I want to try to do. I know a lot of people, myself included, we're this is probably where I'm going to start, because I'm scared that theming is leaving the Walt Disney World Resort. Okay, I think I'm truly scared that we're losing the theme to our theme parks here in Florida, because the Disney executives are ripping out these classic attractions. It's Tough to Be a Bug, Muppet Vision 3D, and they're putting in things that are IP related that have nothing to do with the theme parks. Okay, so I really want to. This is probably going to be my first story, is talking about the Walt Disney World theme parks and what's going on with their theming. But definitely tune into that. I will be doing that on Friday. This is Monday, so my next show will probably be on Wednesday. So either on Wednesday or Thursday, one of those days I'm going to fill you in, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and how that's going to happen. So, but this is something that I want to try to do. It's just a new format that I'm trying, so hopefully it'll go over well. And if this does go over well, then I can do more of these in the past. Okay. So, but if anybody has any topics that you want to discuss, send me a shout out. Send me a message. Comment on this video, and let me know what topics you want to hear about, because I really want to expand I want to expand this show and do things that cover a wide variety of things, and not just cover the news. Okay? So, but I thank you guys very much for watching this video. Again, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the latest news coming from the Walt Disney World Resort. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. You guys stay safe and healthy, and remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.